Lakers Nation, are you ready for some electrifying news? There's a potential trade brewing that could see a 9-time All-Star return to Los Angeles, a player who once longed to don our iconic colors. This could be the moment that shifts the balance in the Western Conference. How will this affect LeBron and AD's championship quest? Join me as we break down this exciting development and what it means for the future of our team. Don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up to keep the conversation going. The Los Angeles Lakers have been making waves in the NBA with a blockbuster trade proposal that could see Paul George don the purple and gold jersey once again. After a lackluster season with the Philadelphia 76ers, where he averaged just 17.0 points per game, the lowest since his sophomore year, there's a growing sentiment that it's time for a change. The Lakers would trade for George in a 3-team deal that sends Zach LaVine to the 76ers, while the rebuilding Chicago Bulls receive a mix of young talent and future draft picks. Now, let's break this down. The Sixers would snag LaVine, who's having a career year, alongside Jared Vanderbilt and a top 10 protected 2029 first-round pick. For the Lakers, acquiring George means adding a proven all-star to a roster that already features LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The cost includes giving up a significant piece in Max Christie, who they value highly, but the potential reward could be monumental. The question remains, can George rediscover his elite form in Los Angeles? As a die-hard Lakers fan, I have to admit that this trade has my heart racing. George has long been a player I've wanted to see in a Lakers uniform, ever since he expressed his desire to join the team back in 2017. While he ended up with the Thunder and then the Clippers, it feels like destiny is coming full circle. Playing in his hometown, alongside two of the best players in the league, could be the catalyst George needs to return to his all-star caliber. But let's not kid ourselves. This is not a risk-free move. George has struggled, and the Lakers would be banking on him finding his rhythm again. The clock is ticking with LeBron and AD, and every season counts. This isn't just about this year. It's about maximizing the window they have left. The pressure is on, and George has to deliver. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. While I understand the risks, the allure of having a player like George in the mix is hard to ignore. On the flip side, the Sixers need to make a move to salvage their season. Bringing in LaVine could keep them competitive, especially after a year riddled with injuries that has left them searching for answers. This trade could rejuvenate their roster and provide a fresh start, while also freeing them from George's long-term contract. It's a win-win for them, but it raises the stakes for the Lakers. They need George to step up and be the player he once was. Now, let's talk about the Bulls. They're entering a rebuilding phase, and this trade could set them up nicely for the future. They're acquiring a whole slew of young talent and assets. Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and a couple of promising second-round picks could help them build a foundation moving forward. It's a smart move for them, but it also highlights just how high the stakes are for the Lakers. They're swinging for the fences, and the outcome could determine the trajectory of the franchise for years to come. As a passionate fan, I feel the weight of these decisions. The Lakers have always been about star power, and bringing George back could be their latest chapter in chasing another title. The emotions are running high, and it's easy to get lost in the excitement. But we must also stay grounded in reality. The chemistry between George, LeBron, and AD must gel for this to work. If they can find that rhythm, the Lakers could be right back in the championship conversation. The Los Angeles Lakers are in a precarious position right now, sitting at 23-18 and just a game ahead of the Dallas Mavericks for that critical 6th seed in the Western Conference. With the February 6 trade deadline looming, there's a palpable tension surrounding the team. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are playing at elite levels, both likely headed to the All-Star game next month. But there's a growing concern that the Lakers may not be able to make the significant roster upgrades necessary to truly contend for a championship. James and Davis, both champions, have made it clear they believe the team is just a piece, or two, away from being a serious contender. After a tough loss to the Clippers, LeBron's words echoed the team's struggles. "That's how our team is constructed. We don't have room for error." It's clear that the margins are razor thin. Coach J.J. Redick emphasized this too, noting how the absence of even one key player can have an exponential effect on the team's performance. You can feel the urgency from the players, and as a die-hard Lakers fan, it's hard not to share that sentiment. What's even more concerning is that the Lakers have been without key rotation players like Jared Vanderbilt and Christian Wood all season. The current roster is a patchwork, and while they've made a move already this season, trading D'Angelo Russell and some picks for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton, that trade hasn't yet produced the desired results. Finney-Smith is struggling with his shooting, and Milton has been largely out of the rotation. It begs the question, is this team truly one or two moves away from contention, or are we just hoping for the best? This brings us to the broader landscape of the league. The Western Conference is wide open, and teams are feeling the pressure to make moves. While the Lakers are exploring trades, they have to be cautious. They hold 2 tradable first-round picks, and the challenge is finding players who not only fit now, but also can contribute in the future. It's a balancing act that could define the next few years for this franchise. Looking back, we know the Lakers have been in this position before. Last season they sat at 27-25 heading into the trade deadline without striking a deal, and it was a missed opportunity. This year feels different, though. The urgency is palpable, and the thought of wasting another season with LeBron and Davis at this stage of their careers is heartbreaking. Do I think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. The franchise needs to remain competitive, but they also have to consider their future. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat are in talks surrounding Jimmy Butler. He's requested a trade, and the Suns seem like a favorable destination for him. This could shake things up further in the league, and it's crucial for the Lakers to stay proactive. They can't afford to be stagnant when other teams are making bold moves. The Bulls are also fielding calls about Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic, both of whom are having strong seasons. If they become available, the Lakers need to consider whether they can make a competitive offer. And let's not forget the Detroit Pistons, who have a significant amount of cap space and are looking to make a splash ahead of the deadline. The landscape is changing, and the Lakers have to navigate it carefully. With the right moves, they can elevate themselves back into championship contention, but one misstep could set them back for years. As fans, we are all feeling the weight of these decisions. The Lakers are a storied franchise, and the expectations are sky high. We want to see them back in the playoffs and contending for titles, but that requires smart, calculated moves. The clock is ticking, and the pressure is mounting. So, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Lakers' current strategy? Are they on the right path, or should they be taking more risks? Join the debate in the comments below. Share your thoughts, your hopes, and your concerns. This is our team, and our voices matter. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things Lakers. And make sure to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep this conversation going. Together, we can navigate this thrilling season.